What is up, GSB? Welcome to another night of gold standard basketball. We've already been through one game tonight. Now we travel to Vegas, where the Ohio Shaman and Las Vegas Jokers take each other on. In the booth, you have me, KT, and joining me tonight is Pizzo. How's it going, Pizzo?
Hello, KT. Hello, GSB. It's going really good. Happy to be in the booth with you tonight for the very first time, Katie. So should be a good one.
Yeah, it should be. Both these teams looking for their first win on the season. Somebody's coming out with it.
Somebody's going to come out with it. Both of these teams have been pretty competitive in their matchups so far. It's just been a matter of time until one of them pulls off that victory. And of course, this is going to be the time for one of them.
Absolutely. Vegas will win the tip-off at home. Scooby Lewis starting with the ball here. Gave it over to Shalakovic, who sends it to Greg Lake in the corner for three, no good, but there is Rhodes to put it back in.
Nice cleanup there from Rhodes. Greg Lake trying to get off to a fast start here. Already one of the leaders of the team, certainly in scoring, wants to get off very quickly here. Couldn't pull that one off, but I'm sure he'll keep shooting.
Johnson getting a start here tonight. He's got it on the wing. He sends it out to Phillips. Phillips is going to get a screen, drive in, pull up the mini, no good. Shalakovic with the board.
Seen a couple of outside shots so far. We'll see if they'll start mixing it up a little bit and going into a little bit of a drive. We see one here.
Lewis. Yeah, Scooby Lewis drive in on Otto Huxley, no good. Phillips, no good in the corner. A couple missed shots early here, Pizzo.
Yeah, Ohio couldn't finish right there. Oh, got a nice charge foul there.
Phillips doing a good job of getting his feet set and getting that charging on Greg Lake.
Yeah, just going to say on that previous possession with Ohio, they did a really good job in transition. I really liked how they were pushing the ball up the court. Couldn't convert, but I like how they're trying to run early.
Yeah, and turnover leads to Greg Lake in transition. He'll take that for a dunk.
Yeah, I think that transition game looks like it's going to be a key. Whoever can pull off those points on the transition is going to start pulling away here a little bit.
Mitchell on the wing. Great game for him last week. He's looking to get involved. Floater up, no good.
Absolutely, yeah. Scout Mitchell had massive game last week. Certainly wants to continue to build on that, gain some momentum, and start leading the Ohio Shaman to some wins here.
Absolutely. Barrett Johnson getting a foul on Scooby Lewis there. Vegas being a bit aggressive, driving inside. We saw Greg Lake get that charging foul as a sign of that.
You like to see teams that can mix it up a bit and not just settle for either the inside or the outside. And so we've seen that a little bit so far with Vegas, driving a little bit as well as a few outside shots. I'd like to see some consistency and see where they start settling or if they continue to mix it up a bit.
Yeah, absolutely would. Starting out well for him though so far, 5-0. Pinning extra free throw could be 6-0. It's not, so. I hate when I say that and then they do that, and it always makes me feel like a jerk.
Yeah, I especially hate when you do it for Dallas games.
Sorry.
Uh-huh.
Bear Johnson driving, working on Rhodes. He'll go up, no good.
Bear did a good job backing him down, just couldn't finish on that one.
In the corner, three-pointer no good, so Ohio in transition. Phillips with the ball, driving inside. He had the space, sends it out to Huxley. Mitchell Huxley.
Guess he figured he wanted to use up that clock, had some time, wasn't happy with that shot opportunity.
And Appleby Evans will go in and get the shooting foul on Desi Saint. So he'll go to line and shoot two. Chance to get some points though.
Finally get some points here. It's good to see him banging down low as well on both sides of the court. You know, neither team being afraid to try to mix it up a bit, playing tough defense down low on the other side. Just getting a few fouls here early on. We'll see if that causes some trouble later.
And first one's no good. I've seen a lot of missed free throws from every team this season. How does that make you feel?
Well, it's interesting to see the missed shot, especially as you call it out at their opportunity to get some points, and then they miss. So I think all the blame goes to you. But yeah, we have seen a lot of misses on the free throws as we see another one there. I think it's going to be one of those things with time. I think players are focusing on building other parts of their game early on, The free throws are starting to make a difference in some of these games, though, as we see a quick transition from Ohio.
And Scout Mitchell will go back to the line here. That was a great pass. I think that was Otto Huxley hitting Mitchell in stride, trying to get him a basket.
Absolutely sent a dime down the court there to Mitchell there on the reception. But there's no easy finishes. I think that's what we've seen so far, is that these defenses aren't going to let up down low. They're going to make sure that they earn those points at the line. And so far, both teams not doing the best of jobs of converting.
No. First one is good for Mitchell, so he'll get the first point on the board for Ohio. After last week's game, for Mitchell, that's not a big surprise, though, is it?
No, not at all. Like, Mitchell is really starting to set a standard and set a precedent for himself, certainly, where you expect those shots to fall. And so there's a rare miss from Mitchell from the line.
Yeah, he'll probably take that personal and look to do better the next time around. What a pass!
Beautiful feed down low to Lewis. Lewis did not have much space on that cut, but managed to find him in there and certainly finished strong.
Phillips on the wing sends it over to Huxley to Johnson. Johnson hand to Phillips. Phillips is poked, but he picks it back up. Drive inside, goes up with it, lays it in through the contest from Lake.
Yeah, definitely had a one-on-one there. Everybody cleared out from around the basket to give him some space down low. Made sure to take advantage of that opportunity. Definitely had a contested shot there, but managed to finish strong.
Scooby Lewis at the top of the key. He'll give it to Shalakovich. Shalakovich will take the mid-range jumper and sink that one.
Beautiful screen there. Shalakovich really just came right off the edge, got wide open for the feed there. Managed to drain it and get a few more points on the board.
Mitchell driving inside. We'll send it to Huxley. Huxley behind the back pass to Johnson. Easy layup.
We're seeing some fancy passes here early on, and there's not much room. Like, these passes are going down low where there's not much room to operate, but they're finding their targets.
Yeah, and I think that's a testament to how good the guards on both these teams are, Pizzo.
Oh, certainly. On the Vegas side with Scooby Lewis and now Shanahan as well, shooting up for the Jokers. Like, they've got some talent down there, but they're just equally on the other side with Ohio, with Bailey and Huxley. Those guys can certainly play as well, and they know how to share the ball.
We're seeing another made basket there for Shalakovich. We're seeing a lot of volume and involvement from him tonight so far.
Yeah, it's good to see that. Vegas needs somebody else to step up besides Greg Lake, and Shalakovich has really proven to be that guy. They need that 1-2 punch. They can't continue to lean on just one man to step up and try to lead the way.
Couldn't have said it better. Rhodes drive inside, goes up, and a lot of contact. Scout Mitchell will be called for the foul in that one. He is not happy.
Oh, he is not happy at all about that call. Maybe he thinks he got all ball, but he thinks completely wrong.
So Rhodes will get to shoot 2 at the line.
Shoot 2.
First shot is up and no good.
Yeah, another example. Subs are coming in. It's another example of not being able to convert from the line, and so that could be a developing story here throughout the game. It's still very early on, but we've got a close contest here so far. Will free throws make a difference at the end?
Yeah, and it definitely could, and I mean, we've seen it make a difference in other games, so it could be the same here as he goes 0 for 2. Muddy Blunt sends to Mitchell, who gets it inside to Bailey, no good.
Didn't convert, but beautiful passing there by the Shaman.
Absolutely. He with the ball. Man inside, Cajun Stain.
The Cajun one converting off of that backdoor cut. That was a beautiful play, the way that was able to develop. Had enough space down low to get open. Way to find him down low there.
Bailey on the wing. He'll give it over to Philbin. Philbin, big presence. He'll send that up in the mid-range. That's good.
Always nice to see a big man just get a little bit out of the paint there and convert a little bit deeper than normal.
Oh,
beautiful drive by Shanahan, slamming it down for the finish. Very nice.
what a debut from him, right? I mean, the first possession he gets his hands on, and he's going to slam it down like that.
Yeah, he's definitely introducing himself to this crowd.
Muddy Blunts takes it in for the layup after the lane opens for him.
It's one of those rare times that we've seen some space actually open up for somebody to drive down low.
Shanahan on the wing. They're going to run Saint off the screen. He'll take the three. No good. That's a doink. Those sound so good. Mitchell.
It's quickly becoming one of the terms of the GSB. Looking out for them doinks.
Yeah. Sorry about that. He was over to Saint. Saint working over to Rhodes. Rhodes drive in, goes up, blocked.
You don't expect a 7-foot tall man to get blocked like that.
No, you certainly do not. But when your boy Tribble has anything to say about it.
Yeah, when Tribble's hanging up down low, he will definitely have a problem with that.
Down, backdoor cut there from Muddy Blunts.
Nice back and forth game we've seen so far here. You know, both teams mixing it up pretty well. We're seeing, you know, a few shots from outside. Not a whole lot falling from deep just yet. I'm sure that, you know, both teams will keep shooting and they'll start falling at some point. We've seen a lot of banging down low. Quite a few fouls so far as well. But again, nobody's been able to convert and really set themselves apart with those attempts from the charity line.
And Ohio did a good job of bringing that back to a closer game, starting the off real cold. Shanahan, no good.
Yeah, Ohio's going to have to find a solution to that. That's the third wide open shot from the corner that the Jokers have had. Eventually those shots will start falling and that could turn into a problem at some point.
Yeah, and they got out rebounded on that play, something that they had a little bit of trouble with last week. Bailey, though, going to get the bucket to go over smaller Hughes.
Good finish there by Bailey. You like to see him heating up a little bit too.
On the wing is Shanahan. He'll give it to Hughes. Over to Saint, back to Hughes. Looking for Shanahan. They give it to him. He takes the three. No good. Philbin on the rebound.
Shanahan doing a lot of work on that play. That possession going back and forth. Finally worked himself open. Just could not convert.
Bailey at the top of the key here. He's going to get a screen, drive in, take the floater. Tough shot, no good.
Bailey playing aggressive. I like seeing that. You know, Ohio's not just depending on Scout Mitchell. They want somebody else to help them out, and maybe Bailey can be that guy as we see him going again. Third shot in a row, was able to drain that one.
Now Bailey, I believe it was week one, looked fantastic for them. He had a little bit of a down game last week during the Scout Mitchell show, but you know, definitely a dangerous person for this team, especially on the separate unit from Scout.
When you have a guy like Scout Mitchell going off like he did last week, everybody else is going to pale in comparison. Yeah, Bailey had a little bit of an off week, but that is not going to be his normal play style and a normal result from him. We'll see him continue similar to what we saw in the first week.
Absolutely. Missed layup there by Saint. Triple will get it out to Machera. Machera to the corner to Bailey. Back to Machera. Over to Blunts and then Philbin. Philbin's gonna fire. No good, but Tribble's there. He'll put it back up and get a foul by Rhodes.
You called it earlier. The offensive rebounds could turn to be a difference here, especially with those deep shots not falling. If the offense can start pulling down those boards and converting those second chance attempts, that could be a difference maker. But heck, even getting the foul call and getting a chance at the line, like, I think you're onto something saying like these offensive rebounds could be the difference of the game.
Yeah, and you know how much more comfortable it makes your guards feel and to fire those kind of shots, the deep threes, even the open threes, right? To have somebody down low to clean that up if you miss.
Certainly. And it's always great to see a big guy like Tribble or another center throw it up from deep and just see what happens.
He'll get the second one to go. Ohio will take their first lead of the game tonight.
Yeah, Ohio went down by a little bit early on, but managed to fight back and keep it close here as we close out the first quarter.
Muddy Blunt's gonna get a
quick hand.
steal. Let's see if he can finish. He'll go up. No good. They should say on the board. He'll send up the full half court. No good there. End of first quarter, 18-17. Ohio is up. So, Pizzo, I've heard that this is not your first time in Vegas. Tell me about some of the spots down here.
No. Definitely not my first time in Vegas. Been here quite a few times. Everybody wants to talk about going down to the Strip, to some of the more commonly known places. But when you come to Vegas, you go to the old Strip down on Fremont Street. That's the place to go hang out. You hang out with more locals there. There's more things to see, in my opinion. You find a few better tables. You find a few better drinks, more reasonably priced as well. But the light show along Fremont Street on that old Strip, absolutely amazing. I think they call it the Viva Vision. That's what it's called. Amazing light shows that come on at about 6 o'clock at night. It's just an incredible thing. So if you're ever down in Vegas, definitely head down to the old Strip or along Fremont and check out that light show.
Yeah, definitely need to check it out while we're down here. As Otto Huxley opens the quarter with a tough layup. Greg Lake driving inside. He gets all kinds of contact. Otto Huxley will be called for the shooting foul.
Yeah, Huxley even acknowledged, yep, that's my bad.
Yeah, I mean, he started to get Philbin on him too there, so there was a lot of contact coming for him.
Yeah, a lot of banging down low. But look, there we see Lake again being aggressive. And that's what they want their scorer to be.
Yeah, they rely a lot on Greg Lake, taking him in the first round and really letting him build himself into that star role. He's not afraid of those lights, Pijo.
Oh, not at all, and I think we all kind of knew that heading into the draft. However, I think it was still quite a shock to a lot of people that he went that early. But he's proving all those doubters wrong. He's been scoring a ton of points, trying to lead the Jokers, but again, who else is going to step up with him so he's not the only guy there?
Absolutely. As Greg Lake gets both of those to go. 1 point game. Phillips on the wing. He'll give it to Johnson, over to Mashera. Mashera drive inside, poked away, manages to corral it. He'll give it to Huxley. Give him a screen. He'll go up for the mid-range jumper and no good.
Yeah, good defense there by the Shaman. Or sorry, by the Jokers.
And Greg Lake the other way. Easy layup for him.
As there's transition points once again.
Otto Huxley with the ball. He'll give it over to Phillips. Down in the corner to Huxley. He'll give it to Mashera. Thread that inside for the layup. Pass made that one.
Thought that pass might be a little too late there. Mashera was there and waiting for a tick. Allowed the defense to come in and close in on him, but it didn't make a difference. Still managed to get that layup up and in.
Lewis over to Saint. They're going to give Lake a screen, backdoor in. He'll go up, and he is fouled by Phillips. He'll go to line again.
It very much looks like we're now attending the Lake show. He is starting to take more shots here in the second and starting to get fouled, convert on those free throws. Here is where we might see Mr. Greg Lake start to take over a little bit.
And we're not really all that surprised. He is one of the top scorers in the league for a reason.
And that's what's interesting about this game tonight. We got Greg Lake going against Scout Mitchell, two of our most prolific scorers in this league. And as I've mentioned a couple of times already, both of these teams need somebody else to step up, especially to get these teams and these organizations off to some winning ways here. These guys are not going to be able to do it on their own, but with both of them, you know at some point they're each going to heat up. It looks like Mr. Lake is there, and I'm sure Mitchell is going to have his time as well.
Nah, I am right there with you. Evans, nice little jumper there. Scooby Lewis bringing the ball up for Vegas. We'll give it over to Shalakovic. Back to Lewis. They're running Saint off the screen. They give it to him. He's driving inside. Pulls Scout Mitchell. Give it back to Shalakovic to Lake in the corner. He's going to drive. He'll go up. No good. Huxley gives it to Appleby Evans, who gets the and one fall called on Greg Lake.
Appleby Evans running that lane very, very smartly. Managed to find some space during the transition there. And again, we're seeing a lot of needles being threaded here. That was a really great pass down low and able to get the finish and the foul.
Yeah, there have been a lot of great passes made by the Ohio Shaman, getting into some very tough space and efficient spaces, though.
Yeah, and just not a lot of room, but enough for them to get the passes in and to try to convert on some tough contested shots.
Ruby Lewis with the ball. Gives it to Shalakovic, long two, no good.
Shalakovic is working down there. He is trying to find some space to come open off of a curl, off those screens.
Got Mitchell on the dunk.
Yeah, Mitchell said, Lake, you can take a break here. I got it now.
I like the volume they're giving Shalakovic, though. They're giving him that that ability to get those shots and put some trust in him.
They certainly are, and as we see him firing away again, look, I am definitely one of those people that says keep shooting. They'll start falling, and I'm sure that will be the case for him.
Rowdy Rhodes called for a foul on Aldo Huxley.
Seeing another tough play down low. Again, no easy baskets, and that was another tough foul. Stopped him and saying, okay, go earn it from the line.
28-23, Ohio with a 5-point lead, their biggest lead of the night. Otto makes his first. One more shot here for Huxley. Makes that one. I don't know how factual this is, but Class said biggest lead of the season for the Ohio Shaman.
I think he might be right.
Shalakovic makes his shot.
There he goes. I think the last few shots he took were just beyond the arc. That one just a little bit inside the arc. Maybe that's more of his range.
Appleby Evans sends it in the Scout. Scout misses.
That's a tough miss there. You don't see Scout missing that one too often.
Shalakovic with the ball. He'll give it over to Greg Lake. Lake to Rhodes. Rhodes drive in, takes the mid-range fade, no good, but Desi Saint just put, my gosh,
wow.
Drowned Appleby.
How did he get to that ball and get over Appleby to slam that down? Amazing follow by Desi.
Johnson drive inside, he sends it to Scout, but no good. Shalakovic with the steal. Lake
show.
Layup.
Oh,
there he goes.
Simple layup. I'm surprised.
He probably didn't want to risk an injury. You know how important he is to this team.
That is true. He's definitely somebody important to the team, and maybe didn't want to break a nail. I don't know. I figured he might want to put on a show here for the crowd, being at home. But look, again, a great back and forth. We saw Ohio fall. They were down 5-0 early. Again, way too early in the game to try to read anything into it. But you know, they then flipped the script, pulled ahead by, what was it, 7 there on Vegas there for a little bit. So certainly turned things around on their side. But Vegas, again, just scrapping away. They're not going to go away easily either. So definitely enjoying seeing the back and forth here.
Yeah, absolutely. Muddy Blunts, go! I guess Scooby got a hand in there
Yeah,
because Muddy
Scooby
Blunts.
definitely got a hand on that.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't call it off Muddy Blunts though.
Yeah, it was hard to tell what exactly happened. It's hard to imagine that Scooby was able to strip it and get it all the way into the third row.
Right. Ohio will retain possession. Triple inbound pass. He sends it to Blunts. Blunts goes up, layup over Scooby Lewis.
Blunts made that look easy on that finish.
And they're gonna call another timeout.
Figure that they got him, might as well use them. And I think what you can see there is no team wants the other team to gain the momentum. So they're trying to slow the game down a little bit, trying to bring the momentum back to their side. So we're seeing a few timeouts here as we get halfway through the second quarter. Again, just both teams keeping it competitive, keeping it close, trying to figure out the ways to where they could be the team to pull ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've said how important this game is to both teams, right? This is somebody's guaranteed first win. Shalakovich over to Lewis, down to Desi Saint. He'll draw the foul on the mid-range jumper. Those are rare.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what the foul is. Maybe Appleby Evans breathed on him a little too much. I'm not exactly sure. I didn't see it. I thought he had all ball of anything.
That ref is mad about his order or something, calling that on Appleby.
Shooting two.
Desi Saint looking like he just got out the gym as well.
You know how many people in this league look like they have? They just stay swole.
I think we might need to get those random tests up and running again with the way some of these guys are looking these days.
Go ahead and test Stank while you're at it, because he's been playing that
Stank's
way.
on something. That's definitely not legal.
No. Desi State will make the first shot. He'll get another one. I don't know if you saw that, but he Scout came up. I don't know if it was to high five somebody, but Desi Saint gave him a shove.
That seems about right.
Second one, no good. Appleby Evans will be there for the board.
Dare I say we call that one a doink?
Yeah.
Don't want to steal your terms or anything.
Oh, it's okay. They're here to be stolen. Desi Saint on the board after the miss layup. Scooby Lewis takes the mid-range jumper. No good. Desi Saint there to pick it up and put it back in. He misses. Muddy Blunts go up. Missed shot for him. Lewis now in transition. Screen for Lewis. What a dime out to Lake. He misses the three though.
That's a hell of a find there on the outside. Lake was wide open and just could not hit that one.
Scooby Lewis is one of the most prolific passers in the league. Triple working on little man Lewis down there and gets that lay in the goal.
Yeah, Lewis just happy to survive that back and forth there. I like what we're seeing from both teams. You know, Blunts is just turning on the jets and trying to blow by people as we see a deep three. There we go.
Shalakovich in the corner.
Yeah,
34-33.
Keep shooting, they'll start falling. And I like the number of shots going out by different players as well. It's not just Lake, it's not just Shalakovich. Like, others are trying to shoot and get involved, but everything's just not falling.
Absolutely. This is one of the more balanced attacks we've seen out of Vegas. It's been fun to watch, too.
Yeah, it's interesting to see like how they're getting quite a few people involved. Be it Scooby Lewis, the newly acquired Mr. Shanahan, and even the Saints as well. Seeing them, get a few fouls drawn and getting to the line. So it's definitely going to benefit them if they can find that balanced attack. But again, you still need those key players to step up and lead the way.
Muddy Blunts goes around Hughes and one for Muddy Blunts. He'll go to line and shoot one.
That looks like it's going to be the one-on-one that we're going to have to pay some more attention to. Blunts just keeps turning up the speed over and over again. And we really need to see if somebody on the Jokers can slow him down a little bit.
Muddy Blunts and Aaron Hughes are two of the smallest guards in the league, and they're both going at each other here.
Going at each other and both lightning fast. And so it's just a matter of who can keep up with who at this point.
Missed shot there from Blunts. In the corner is Shanahan.
They tried to find that shot from the corner again.
Yeah, and he'll go up tough, layup, no good. Defense doing work there.
And maybe Ohio's figured something out there to try to stop that shot from the corner.
Dribble down low. He's got another mismatch, and he'll put that in. He doesn't. He bounced for the hell.
Showing some mercy there on Shanahan.
Asian staying on the wing. He'll give it over to Enrique, saying over to Shanahan. Gave it down to Simmons, who hits Hughes. Back to Shanahan. A lot of movement. Giving Cajun Saint a screen. He'll give it to Hughes. Somebody's gonna have to jack it up. Hughes does from deep. No good.
Yeah, they're receiving those passes really far behind the line. Oh, there he is.
I didn't even know he could dunk, for the record, but he's just gonna blow it right by Hughes and put that one in.
Yeah, he pressed the turbo button on there and got way up to slam it down.
Not up there by Saint, no good, but he's gonna slam it back in.
Now we got a back and forth going. We're starting a dunk contest here.
Oh yeah. Bailey on the wing. He'll give it to Mashera. Mashera will drive in. Floater, good. Tough shot.
Tough shot, but good finish there.
14-6 run in the last couple minutes for the Shaman.
Nick No Handle's calling out in the chat that we got a voice that's mad deep here. I'm assuming he's talking about one of us, and I'm guessing it's you.
Definitely not me. It's definitely not me.
So that's an interesting stat that they're throwing up there. You know, the Shaman bench outscoring them by 15. Now that is absolutely a difference maker. Oh my goodness, Tribble is just doing work now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, again on the bench note, that is a huge difference, and could be a big determining factor in how this one goes. Mashera gonna get a steal. He'll pull it out instead of half-court set.
Would have liked to seen everybody take off with him in transition, but he said, "Never mind, I got it."
Yeah, Mashera though, he'll get the screen, go in, and then tough lay-in. Jules. He'll give it to Simmons. To Shanahan. Cajun Saint. Shanahan to Hughes. Hughes for three. Knocks that one down.
That was a much needed shot from Vegas. The momentum was all on the Ohio Shaman side. They needed something there to kind of slow it down here before half.
Bilbin. Fade in the mid-range. No good. Enrique Saint. And long three, no good. 48-40 at halftime in favor of the Shaman. Talk to me, Pizzo.
We saw quite a back and forth here during the first half with both teams. Ohio starting to pull away a little bit more at the end, and that's what we were talking about earlier with the momentum. Ohio starting to get a few stops there, running in transition and able to convert, and we didn't see that early from either team. So now that Ohio has been able to convert a little bit more, they're pulling away a little bit. Vegas hitting that late three on their own slowed things down, but still they're fighting from behind now. The bench, as we saw that stat pop up on the screen, that is the big difference. We talked about free throws earlier from both teams. That could end up hurting them. But that bench scoring is turning out to be a difference maker right now. Vegas is going to have to step up. They need to find somebody off the bench, somebody else to help out Greg Lake and even Chalakovic. We've seen them try to spread the ball around a little bit, but those shots just aren't falling for the rest of the roster. Again, you keep shooting, they'll start falling. We'll see if they start falling here in the second half.
Yeah, 58% to 40% being one of those key differences. You're talking about the shots not falling. That's definitely a big indicator right there.
Certainly, and I think that just proves that, you know, they are getting the shots up and just nothing is going in. And so they need those shots to go in, or they need to figure out a way to slow down the Shaman.
Start of the third quarter here. Ohio will start with possession. Oh, Huxley. Drive inside, dips it to Evans, and he'll get fouled.
Evans looking like somebody just Nancy Kerrigan him there.
Yeah.
Took out his knee. The way he went down. Hopefully he's okay.
I think he wanted that foul call so bad that he accidentally gave up a little bit of positioning in there and just got his crap wrecked there.
Yeah, so those acting classes certainly paying off for him there.
Yeah. First one up and good. He'll get one more shot at the line, chance to push it to 50, and a 10-point lead, which would be the first double-digit lead, I think.
I think so. It's good to see Appleby Evans, one of the lesser jacked-up people that we've seen in the league so far.
Yeah, there's not very many of them, to be honest with you. They're like unicorns. Phillips gonna get a steal on Greg Lake, and blocked by Greg Lake. I think Greg Lake just killed my 16 mil bet. I don't want to talk about it. Shalkovich on the wing. He'll give it to Lake. Lake go in, and tough layup gets the foul call.
Nice conversion there on Lake, going strong after he just got it stripped from him. I think we might have to have an ethics inquiry later on with our play-by-play announcer making bets on the game that she's calling, though.
Look, man. It's obviously not had any impact considering I just lost.
No, obviously not.
Greg Lake gonna shoot 2. Oh, makes that one. Forgot he made the first, the and one. You got me all distracted. Otto Huxley, no good, but Johnson there for the putback.
That's who they need. Bear Johnson to step up down low. And, you know, the way that the centers play with Bear Johnson and Jordan Tribble down low for the Shaman, like, those are the guys that can make a difference, as you can see right there.
Johnson get the steal. Phillips. Don't give it to Mashera. Poked by Slakovic. Shaman will retain possession. You see that dude in the red suit?
I missed him. Where's he at?
He was so fancy. He was over there on the sideline.
Maybe he was hanging out. He was hanging out on the strip.
52-43, Shaman up. I'm going to be trying to keep on the score a little bit here. We got audio only in the chat.
Fair enough. Yes, we will try to do better with that.
Mashera driving inside. He'll go up. He's swatted by Saint. Shaman will retain possession.
It's hard to get anything going down low.
We'll see Scout Mitchell come in for Mashera. Johnson on the inbound. He'll give it to Huxley. Huxley send it to Phillips. Mid-range jumper, no good. Desi Saint on the board.
Had Mitchell there for a brief second there in the corner, but defense quickly closed in.
Shlakovic down to Lake. Lake go up, fouled. Phillips fouling him with his third. So Greg Lake will shoot 2.
Yeah, trying to you know, really start cutting into this 9-point lead. I mean, we're getting, as we get deeper here into the third quarter, I mean, it's not time to be worried just yet, but if they don't start cutting into this lead now, they're going to have to get worried pretty soon.
Yeah. First shot is up and good. 52-44, Ohio Shaman in the lead. Greg Lake is also very jacked.
Well, he's got that first round pick money, so he's got all the trainers and dietitians.
So we're gonna say that his is earned.
I try to assume positive intent.
Okay.
Although we probably got a lot of steroid users, let's be honest.
We probably do. It's not outlawed in our league, so.
True.
Evans over to Mitchell to Huxley. Huxley drive inside.
Oh.
Appleby, Evans, legal screen. Huxley would have had the bucket.
Oh, that is a rough possession there for Ohio. They thought they had something, but that illegal screen just cut them off there.
Greg Lake with the ball. You know, take a screen, drive in. He gets poked, but picks it up and puts it in anyway.
So ever since Greg Lake had that ball stripped from him, he's turned it up to another level. Ran back to the other side of the court, blocked the shot, contested the three-pointer, and then he has come back strong on the offensive side. This is what the Jokers need to get back into this game.
Miss from Scout Mitchell. Shalakovich pushing in transition. 52-47 for Ohio. Shalakovich takes the screen. Dyson and slicing. He gets inside.
There we go. There's the second man for the Jokers. We got Lake and we got Shalakovich. Both of them starting to step up now and heat up in the third.
That was a perfect read there from Shalakovich. Huxley on the wing. Hale, pull it out, send it over to Phillips, looking for Scout. They get him. 3, no good. That was a proper doink. Did you hear that?
I did hear that.
That was a beauty.
That one was very deserved of the doink.
And Shalakovich tough lay-in. My goodness, 52-51.
Leaning backwards, he converted on that one. And now, as we talked about the Jokers cutting into the lead, down by 1, 52-51 here, as the Shaman have to call timeout to try to slow down the momentum here of the Jokers.
Can't say I blame them. They're making some difficult shots. The guards for Vegas doing a lot of work.
Yeah, I thought they may have called the timeout a little bit sooner to try to slow down this momentum.
Huxley.
It's always dangerous when the home team starts to heat up like that.
Mitchell no good, but Deji Shane with the board. Oh my God, Shalakovich. We're a little bit speechless here just watching that.
Just wanted to watch that again. Not the kind of highlight reel that Scout Mitchell wants to be on.
Phillips, air ball.
Wow. That got the crowd into it, calling that air ball.
Well, 53-52, Ohio Shaman lost their lead. Vegas up. Greg Lake sends it to Shalakovich in the corner. My God.
He's turned it up to 11 here in the third. He's the man that's stepping up to help Vegas try to get their first victory here.
Phillips at the top of the key. He's going to get a screen. Drive inside. No good. And Lake no good, but Rhodes there put it back in over Bear Johnson.
We saw that stat pop up earlier that Vegas was leading in the rebounding even though they were behind in the score. Now they're up by 6 here, 58-52, with another timeout from the Shaman. Again, trying to find something to not just slow down Vegas, mostly slow down Shalakovich.
Yeah,
definitely turning it up here.
You know, Shalakovich is, we said it coming into this that Vegas needed another, right? They needed another person to score. And Shalakovich said, hold my beer.
Yep, he said, I gotcha.
Huxley, no good. He'll get the foul call, though, on Scooby Lewis.
It's a combination of things. We're seeing Shalakovich certainly turn things up here. But Ohio has not been able to convert. And I don't know how long it's been since their last score. But it seems like the last few times up the court, like there's a lid on top of the basket. Like they have not gotten anything to drop.
Huxley will get 2 shots here at the line. First is up and good. He seemed like he was a little uncertain about that one.
Yeah, a little off balance there.
53-58, Vegas up.
Mears, that's the New Orleans accent, buddy.
Second up for Huxley, no good. Blakovic with the ball, nearly poked away, but Phillips gets it back. Blakovic is poked again. He'll pick it back up twice. And he's going to have to do something with it. He'll fire the long two. What in the heck?
Man. I mean, everyone else from Vegas can just go have a seat, take a break. He's got this.
Blakovic, 20 points on the night.
Joker's causing a big turnover there. Again, like they figured something out during halftime.
Shiesty in the chat with the bids. Appreciate you, Shiesty Shalakovic. You know, showing out in the chat and on the court tonight as Vegas. Greg Lake takes the 3, no good.
Lake can't let Shalakovic have all the spotlight.
Mitchell for 3 knocks that one down. 56-60 timeout here for the Jokers as they're up.
That's the man they need, hitting the shot they need at the time that they need it. Like they needed a way to slow this thing down and to try to come back into this. Like they were falling behind very quickly. That 3 can help maybe turn the tide for them a little bit.
There was a lot of focus in this game on keeping Greg Lake from hurting them, you know, offensively, and as a result, Shalakovic has been given some extra opportunity.
Yeah, and that's always going to be part of the game plan. They know that Lake is going to be the guy that everybody is going to have to stop. And in most cases, Lake can overcome that. But that's going to create other opportunities for the rest of the team, and that's when we say, who's going to step up and take that spot?
Foul called on Tribble, as Simmons will go to the line and shoot 2 here. Score is 56-60 in favor of Vegas.
What's going on, chat? How's everybody's bets doing tonight with this game?
Greg Lake ruined my life.
Just gambling wise or other ways?
Gambling is what we'll leave it at.
Okay, fair enough.
Huck, I think Greg Lake killed it with his block that he had that I didn't even know he could do, so I thought that one was money. So thank you, Greg Lake. Simmons makes first, misses the second. 56-61 favor of Vegas. Open to Mitchell. Mitchell to Huxley. Back to Mitchell. To Phillips. Phillips, what?
Not exactly sure what happened there.
We'll call it a pass. It's not, but we'll pretend that was a pass to Tribble.
A pass or a block, like Simmons got a piece of it, something. Another illegal screen here.
Yeah, that's painful. But gives it back to Ohio here, down 3.
Yeah, after that run we just saw the Jokers go on, you hate to see them shoot themselves in the foot with an illegal screen like that, and let's hope that they don't make that something that they start doing here and losing their focus.
Still did no good. Hughes with the ball. He'll send it to Lake. Lake goes up, no good, but Simmons is there.
Ooh. Not quite sure where Simmons came from, but excellent way to close it out. And look at the shooting percentages there for Vegas. 42 in the first, 42 in the second, 75 here in the third.
Yeah.
We're talking about whether or not that they could chip away. They chipped all right.
Sure, no good, but then there's Tribble, and he's knocked away.
Tribble trying to do his Simmons impression there and couldn't pull it off.
Shalakovic with the ball. Who's going to fire? No good. Tribble on the board.
Bit of a heat check there for him.
58-63. Sure, he's poked twice, and they managed to get it back both times. Bailey, tough shot.
Really awkward looking possession there for Ohio. That makes it look like they just don't have things organized too well right now. Yes, they got the convert there, but a little bit of an awkward possession.
Absolutely. And Simmons inside again. I believe that Shalakovic dropping that off to him. 65-60, Vegas up. Bailey went for it again. He'll get a foul call on Greg Lake.
It's interesting to see what Vegas is doing here. They certainly leaned on Lake early on, as you would expect. Shalakovic then became that man in the third, early on, really helping them gain momentum. Now we see Simmons being that guy where they're dropping it off down low, and he's finishing strong. So again, other people are starting to step it up here for Vegas, which is really good to see.
We have some subs come in. Greg Lake and Shalakovic will go out as Ronnie Shanahan and Saint come in. It's Cajun Saint.
So here's where we see if Vegas can hold on to this lead with those guys coming in there for Lake and Shalakovic.
Yeah, and with the way Lake and Shalakovic have been playing, it's been the main offense for Vegas, so we need to see if somebody can pick it up. And there is Hughes down to Enrique Saint.
Enrique said, I got it.
Yep. Great possession there. Ohio with the ball. They're going to send it down low to Philbin. He'll put it up for a layup. 64-67.
Yeah, Enrique closed it out on one end on defense. A little bit out of position there. His footwork got off balance, fell out of bounds, and just kind of opened up the lane a little bit.
Enrique Saint over to Shanahan. Looking for Hughes. They get him. He fires the three. Knocks it down.
That play came together perfectly for the Jokers, as Hughes just came off that screen, was able to curl around and get wide open behind the arc.
Bailey with the ball, and they give it to Philbin. Philbin fires the long two. No good.
Not necessarily the shot they want him taking. I think they'd prefer it from down low.
Shanahan gets his own miss. Puts it back, no good. But another O board. Shanahan will fire mid-range after the Saint board.
They're getting their shots. Suddenly they're cooling down a little bit.
Muddy Blunts to Bailey. Blunts. Mashera fire. No good. Shanahan. Drive inside. He'll get that to go after getting by Blunts.
Shanahan trying to become that guy. Trying to prove his value here on his new team and introduce himself to the crowd.
Blunts to Mashera. Bailey. Tribble driving in. Tough lay in. No good.
Tribble taking some tough shots here.
Hughes. No, that was a proper doink too. You knew.
I heard it.
All right, 3/4 Pizzo. You know what that is.
Get those fours up in the chat.
Fours in the chat. We got another quarter of action here. 72-64, favor of Vegas. Assist of the game will be a Vegas shot, handoff from Shalakovic to Greg Lake, and it's a little underwhelming.
Well, the intern is working tonight, but
yeah.
Give him a C on that one.
Good play by Lake, but I don't know that the highlight of that play was the assist necessarily, you know?
Yeah, exactly. As we start here in the fourth, with Ohio, definitely a rough quarter for them in the third. One name we did not call very much, as Shalakovic trying to get going again. One name we didn't call much for Ohio in that third, Mr. Scout Mitchell.
But what did you say? Man, commentators curse. Scout Mitchell knocks down that shot.
Didn't call the name in the third. He's going to have to be the guy to step up here in the fourth. Ohio's going to lean on him. He needs to be that guy that leads them to victory.
Shalakovic long two, knocks that one down. 74-67 so far.
Not sure what Ohio can do to slow down Shalakovic.
Hope he starts missing. Simmons called for the foul on Appleby Evans. Evans will go to line and shoot 2.
At the line for the away team, Evans, taking 2 shots.
So going back to what we talked about in the first with those free throws, now we can see how it might make a difference. Will they start falling for each team? Not just Ohio as they try to catch up, but Vegas as they try to close this thing out as well.
Yeah, something that could come down and make a difference as Appleby misses one there. As the team down, you really want to be making those.
Yeah, you get the free shot, you have to take advantage of it, especially when you're down by 7 in the 4th and you're trying to cut away at a lead.
Evans makes the second though, so 68-74. Hughes with the ball for Vegas. They're trying to get Shalakovich again. They're going to give it inside to Shanahan instead. No good. Bailey on the board. Out Mitchell to Blunts in the corner. They're looking for Mitchell. There he is. 3. No good. But Appleby, he misses the old board putback attempt.
I don't know if they heard me, but they're trying to get Mitchell going here in the 4th. That one couldn't fall, but again, another case of keep shooting and they'll start falling.
In the corner is Shanahan. No good.
Wide open. Wide open. That's what we saw in the first, that corner shot.
Yeah, he is 2 for 10 on the night so far.
Not the best showing, but I'm sure he'll have other nights. Oh, great finish there.
Scout Mitchell, tough layup through 2 defenders. 74-70 favor of Vegas. Shalakovich on the wing. Give it to Rhodes, over to Shanahan. Simmons to Shalakovich. Shalakovich takes the mid-range jumper. It's good. Looks like he's a whole lot bigger than Mike Blunt.
It doesn't even look close, especially when they get down low. That contested shot doesn't look very contested.
6'8" to 6'1". So that yeah, makes a pretty good difference, huh?
Yeah.
Blunt, long jumper, no good. Shalakovich with the board.
Would have liked to see somebody run in there and trying to get to the basket down the lane.
Shanahan with it now. Back to Shalakovich to Rhodes. In the corner, Hughes. He's going to send out to Shalakovich, and Shanahan will fire. No good.
I hope the Jokers aren't getting too comfortable with this lead. They're wearing out that clock.
Mitchell misses, gets it back, tries again, no good.
Just saying, we see the Jokers wearing out that clock, taking it deep into the count, and they're not converting at the end. Of course, Ohio on the other side isn't converting too much either.
Shalakovich missed jumper. Bailey gets the board. Push in transition. Mitchell gonna set up a half-court set. They'll give him a screen. Drive in. A little floating shot there for Mitchell. 15 for him in the game.
Got the floater to drop. I don't like the finish though. He had a wide open lane. Could have taken an even higher percentage shot going for the layup with a dunk perhaps. He got it to fall though. Cut the lead to 4. 76-72 Vegas up right now with 6:21 left. So they are doing their best to hang in there. Need to keep fighting and chipping away. They need to get a couple more stops, and I'd like to see them run in transition a bit too.
Rhodes drive in, fouled by Jordan Tribble.
Rhodes hitting the deck on that hard foul.
Still anybody's game, Pizzo. I feel like we've seen a fairly back and forth tonight for both teams.
After that game we saw yesterday for Memphis, I am no longer counting any team out for any score.
No.
And so, especially with a game this close, it's only a 4-point game. Still got over 6 minutes left.
It's a game of runs. I mean, you know, every matchup, teams go on runs back and forth, to some extent.
Yeah, the middle of the third, we saw Vegas go on quite a run and then cool down a bit. Ohio, we saw them down by 7 there just a few minutes ago, cut it down to 4. Ohio just kind of Vegas just keeping them at bay right now as he hits both free throws, putting them up by 6. Is Vegas starting to heat up once again after cooling off a little bit? And if so, Ohio's going to be in trouble.
Gives it to Blunts on the wing. Appleby Evans down low. He'll go up tough, contested, no good.
Great defense from Vegas there. That's what they need to close this out.
Shlakovic with the ball. He'll take a mid-range jumper, no good. Dribble. Muddy Blunts down to Scout Mitchell. Scout Mitchell is just going to go up, no good. But Appleby Evans is there, and he will put it back in.
Evans cleaning it up there. Mitchell with one too many pump fakes there. Couldn't convert, but Evans cleaning it up for him.
4-point ball game. Subs waiting to come in. It looks like we've got Greg Lake being one of them that could help things for Vegas.
Yeah, well-rested Greg Lake to close this thing out is not what Ohio wants to see.
Missed range from Shanahan. Blunts in transition takes the mid-range jumper, no good.
Beautiful defense by Hughes. Slowed him down. Thought he had a lane there. Was able to cut in front of him, stop him, and get a contested shot. And then Hughes with the rebound. Beautiful defense by Hughes.
Rhodes on the wing, driving in, working on dribble. He'll send it over to Simmons, back up to Hughes. Shlakovic fire for 3, no good. Mitchell drive inside, no good from him. Shlakovic managed to disrupt him.
Ohio's taking quite a few contested shots here the last few possessions. That's not the way that they're going to cut into this lead.
Simmons on the wing, wide open is Shanahan.
That play came together very nicely. Shanahan came off those screens off the top. Wide open down low. Great find, great finish.
Shaman will call a timeout after that score by Vegas. 80-74 is the score in favor of Vegas. See our player of the game. No surprise, it's Shlakovic.
Yeah, Shlakovic really set himself apart there in the third quarter, and even going into the fourth, still helped them find a few points and pull away a little bit further from Ohio. He's definitely been the man for them tonight. As we said, somebody else besides Lake is going to step up. He was the man tonight.
Starting with possession here, coming out of that timeout is Ohio. They'll give it to Phillips on the wing to Philbin.
Just seeing Prisms in the chat there. Welcome, buddy. See all the Discord and everything to join there for you.
Phillips drive inside, mid-range jumper, no good. Johnson gonna get it, put it back in though. Big buckets from Johnson.
Big buckets. He's doing the cleanup work down there. He's doing his job, and that's what's going to get them hanging around.
Greg Lake. Philbin died.
Wow.
No.
The crowd gets up as Philbin goes down.
Oh, he went
wow.
limp, Pizzo. He went limp.
Oh, that poor man.
That's the clip, and somebody needs to turn that into a GIF and give that to Greg Lake. Bucket there by Huxley.
Ohio not going away, down 82-78 with just over 3 minutes left here. They're still fighting. You know, do they have enough to catch up? Not quite sure just yet.
Lakovic for 3, left him wide open, no good. Mashera. He's at the top of the key. He's driving inside, working against Shlakovic. He'll go up, get the foul, and he'll go line and shoot 2.
Not mad at that foul. He would have had a clear path to the basket. Otherwise, clear view of it. So make him earn those points from the line.
Take a break.
78-82 favor of Vegas. 2 foul shots here for Mashera. Chat has lost their mind over that Greg Lake poster.
Yeah, I think they're looking for a chalk outline on the floor of Philbin after Lake just murdered him.
A limp. He really died a little. It's crazy. I think those were both each team's first rounders too, which made that even more fun.
Yeah.
Mashera gets both to go. 80-82 favor of Vegas.
Philbin's a good man. You hate to see him going down like that.
Home team.
Timeout Jokers. Wanting to figure out how to ice the game here.
Yeah, the Jokers just, over the last minute or so, it's Ohio just been hanging around. And what's kept them in there is the offensive rebounds. There've been quite a few contested shots that they haven't been able to convert, but they're pulling down the boards, and those second chance points are what's helping them stay up in this game, or at least keep up with Vegas. Now they're only down by 2. Like, they've certainly cut into this thing, and they're making it very interesting here at the end.
Absolutely. Oh my God.
Oh my.
That was a terrible 3 that he gets to go.
Hey, it might be ugly, but it goes in.
And he was so off balance, you know?
I have a lot of respect for any Cajuns out there, so Cajun Saint draining that one, helping them extend the lead a little bit.
85-80, Vegas up. Huxley with the ball. Gives it to Mashera. Mashera mid-range jumper, no good.
That's what we're talking about, those contested shots not falling. Ohio needing those offensive boards to keep them in there. They couldn't get the offensive rebound that time.
Ruby Lewis. Foul called on Barrett Johnson. He'll go line to shoot 2.
So this is the free throws. This is what we were talking about, Katie, where this is the place where the Jokers can ice it. They can put it away right here if they start hitting from the foul line. Either team, both teams struggled a little bit in that first quarter. This, at the end of the game here, this is the spot where they need them to start hitting.
Ruby Lewis. Shot up and good. So he makes 1.
Extending that lead to 6. So 86-80 here, just over 2 minutes left.
Second shot good. So we go 2 for 2.
Ohio got as close as 2 points. Vegas got a little bit more motivated, up by 7 now.
Top shot by Phillips. Down low there.
That's the first one that we saw fall contested here in the last few minutes here, so definitely needed it at this time.
Cajun Saint drive in, mid-range jumper, good. 89-82.
It looks like Cajun is their closer here.
Huxley with the ball. Charging. Called on Huxley.
What a foul this late in the game to get a charging call.
Yeah, it's a costly turnover, and returns the favor.
What are we seeing here? Greg Lake, he agreed. Greg Lake's a good man. He agreed that's a questionable call this late in the game. Decided to give it right back. Wow.
Such a generous dude. Huxley gonna bring it up here for Ohio. Working on Scooby. He'll go up. Layup, no good.
Took it strong, took it fast. Just couldn't get it to fall there.
Greg Lake to Enrique Saint, to Cajun Saint. Scooby Lewis with it now. Greg Lake.
I thought he was throwing that up.
I did too. Cajun Saint's gonna have to fire or give it to Scooby. Give it to Scooby, who fires, no good.
Ohio still got a chance here, down by 7 with a minute left.
Needs some points. Philbin gonna go in, no good. What's no free throws? You know what we've been talking about.
Yep, there are no easy shots here in the GSB. You're gonna have to earn it. Got fouled going to the basket there. So as he steps up to the line, Philbin is definitely gonna have to hit these to keep the optimism there for the Shaman.
First one up and good.
with Vegas up 89-83 here with 56 seconds left. It's definitely not over.
Misses the second, so 83-89. Like you said, 6 points. Need a stop if you're Ohio. And so they're just gonna foul Greg Lake.
Not sure what that play was, but Lake just ran up to him and said, "Give me the damn ball," and just took it from him.
Asian Saint tried to ice it, no good. Phillips. Oh, charging foul
another charging
again.
foul. With 2 minutes left, we have now seen 3 charging fouls within the last 2 minutes of the game. I have never seen that before.
Haven't either. It's crazy. It speaks to the aggression a bit, maybe. Everybody kind of getting razzled here.
Yeah, both teams, of course, feeling anxious, want to get their first victory. Ohio is not giving up without a fight here. Vegas wanting to desperately close this out, and this might be their shot right now.
So Greg Lake at the line. Shot good. 90-83.
Yeah, 3 possessions down now for Ohio. Might be too much for them to overcome here with just 33 seconds left.
And it makes the second big free throws from Greg Lake. 30 seconds left. Aldo Huxley sends up the mid-range jumper. That's good.
Got it to
That's
fall.
off.
Pressure defense. Will they foul? Trying to catch up to Lake. And
I don't know if they can catch him. That's not who they wanted to send.
No. Got the crowd on their feet here in Vegas. There's going to be some celebrating on the strip tonight.
Greg Lake at the line. 23 seconds left on the clock. Why are the Ohio people all sitting in each other's laps?
It's not up to us to judge others, Katie.
That's... okay.
As we get the extreme close-up of Greg Lake, we see him focusing in on this free throw here.
His jersey doesn't even touch his chest. He's so amazing.
Definitely going to get this profile shot here.
I think he missed it. I don't know, but...
He did miss it. We're going to have to talk to the production truck here and find out what's going on here with our camera crew.
Greg Lake's eyes are so red.
What are you trying to say there, Katie?
Nothing. It's an observation.
Fair enough.
So, what do you think of Greg Lake?
Well, Lake is really focused here, trying to catch his breath at the free throw line. The ref's certainly giving him enough time to rest and think about this shot.
And he gets to go that time because of it. 85-92, timeout for Shaman, 23 seconds left.
Yeah, at this point, it's hard to see how Ohio comes back from this. Yes, we've seen crazier things. I don't know if we're going to see them tonight.
Yeah, I'm with you. Take a big turn of events here. Mashera, drive in, sends it out to Mitchell. Mitchell 3, no good.
That's who I was looking for as well, seeing where number 23 was. They found him in the corner there. He just couldn't get it to fall.
That's going to be ball game. 85-92. Vegas wins at home, taking their first win of the season, led by Shalakovich and Greg Lake. Going to get into the box for team comparison, and then both teams scores here. Freaking dunk, it's amazing.
I'm pretty sure we're going to be seeing that clip a few times over the next week.
I think so too. We're going to get a nice view of it here in a minute too when we get over into that box score. But starting off, we'll take a look here. 5 of 25 threes, 2 for 10 for Ohio. It's a very big difference in where their points were coming from tonight.
Massive difference on where they were trying to pull off their shooting from for tonight, but interestingly enough, with the same shooting percentage from the 3-point range. Obviously, you look at this and the yellow stands out to you on the right side. Look at those free throws, 74% for Vegas, 59% for Ohio. Could have been a little bit of a difference maker there, certainly with the 7-point victory for the Jokers. Assists standing out. The bench, as we saw in the first half, Ohio's bench was just blowing out the Jokers. We saw them come back a little bit in the second half and cut the difference between the two. But still interesting to see Ohio standing out on the bench point side. But I think we definitely need to call out the defensive rebounds as well for the Jokers with the differential of 42 versus 34 there.
Absolutely. We'll get over into the player box. Leading the way for Vegas is Shalakovic, 24 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal, 11 for 21 on the night, 2 for 8 from 3. Greg Lake, 22 points, a rebound, and 4 assists and a block. That hurts. Caden Saint, 7 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 for 8. Anthony Simmons, 7 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, perfect from the field. Rhodes, 6 points, 9 rebounds, an assist, and a block. Hughes, 6 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Shanahan, not his night, 6 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, but 3 for 13 from the field, 0 for 4 from 3.
Yeah, rough start for Shanahan as he joins the Jokers here, but I'm sure that they'll figure out ways to use him in the rotation.
Enrique Saint, 6 points, 11 rebounds, and an assist. Scooby Lewis, 5 points, a rebound, 6 assists, 3 turnovers. Desi Saint, 3 points, 9 rebounds, a steal, and 2 blocks to round off the Jokers. As leading Ohio, no surprise, Scout Mitchell, 15 points, 2 rebounds, an assist, 6 for 18 though.
Yeah, you can call that a difference maker as well. Scout Mitchell, after blowing up last week, certainly got on everybody's radar if he already wasn't. Coming out of tonight, certainly we expected him to be one of the leading scorers for the Shaman, but going 6 for 18 in the process, getting that many shot opportunities, they need him to convert a little bit more to be that difference maker that they want him to be.
Appleby Evans, 11 points, 7 rebounds. EJ Bailey, better night tonight than last week. 10 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. A little bit of everything for him. Huxley, 9 points, 2 rebounds, 6 assists. Jordan Tribble, 9 points, 14 rebounds, doing a lot of work down low. An assist and a block. Muddy Blunts, 8 points, 1 rebound, 4 assists, and a steal. Mashera, 8 points, 2 rebounds, an assist, and a steal. Baird Johnson, 6 points, 6 rebounds, 2 steals. Jerry Philbin, 5 points, 4 rebounds, and a baptism. Joey Phillips, 4 points, 2 rebounds, and a steal. 3 turnovers, though. And 2
just
for
pausing
12.
on, that 2 for 12 shooting, we called out Scout Mitchell, but that 2 for 12 shooting from Phillips as well. Like they see him as a guy that could potentially be that second to Scout Mitchell. They need him to perform a lot better.
Looking like we're going to try to find the Greg Lake poster, and there it is. What a beauty.
Yeah, Philbin just tried to body him there, and Lake is way too strong for that.
Poor little Philbin. He's not even little. That's the best part. It's like he goes unconscious.
That
Well,
man is 6'11", 250, and he just became a murder victim.
Well, good night of Gold Standard Basketball. Vegas gets their first win on the season. We'll be back tomorrow with more games on the slate. Thank you guys for all being here. I was KT, and joining me tonight was Pizzo. Have a good